And the first horse we're going to look at, Max, is a $9 pop, I Am the Empire. Blinkers are off again today. Annabelle Neesham and Damien Thornton.
Good first up. He was really eye-catching. He drew gate 13 and he went back to last to try and get in. He gave the leaders 12 lengths, beaten about 4 at the end, and he was held up a couple of times at the top of the straight. Nice return by him.
Number 3 is Satay Chicken. He's deep into his campaign. He's glowing. He gets a set of winkers today. Cottee Morgan and CJ Graham.
Yeah, he finished second here about 3 weeks ago behind Contribute. Tidy performance, very strong on the line. Bit of an awkward barrier today. He had a better gate last time, so if he overcomes that, he's in it for sure.
What a beautiful colour the 4 is, Contreras. He is just glowing in the sun, isn't he? David and Marcus Scans.
Yeah.
Jay Guthman-Chester.
He's glistening, isn't he? And on the strength of the way he looks, and he's got a good draw. He could be a player for a place at a big price.
All right. What about Morris's Me Dad? He gains a nose roll today, Maxie. Barry Lockwood and Martin Harley.
Yeah, there's a couple lining up here that are just lacking that winning punch, you know. He's possibly one of them. He seemed to have his chance last time in the Regal Pom race. This is probably a little bit easier than that. That was benchmark 70. So he's third up today.
All right, they are loading up very quickly. The favourite looks amazing, Maxie. He is the best looking in the yard. However, I'm going to stick with the 2.
All right, I'm with Andalus for John O'Shea. John had the previous winner in Sydney, and I think he can back it up here with this guy. Andalus clearly ahead of 2 I Am the Empire, 6 Tenzing, and then 8 Sunset Soiree.
All right, the last one, Tenzing. The money for him too. He's 420 into 370. He takes his spot. Here's David.
Has a complete line, turns on the red light. We're set race 4 Eagle Farm. Already. Andalus drawn towards the outside, and they're off and racing. Let's see what he does on Andalus. He's coming out strongly out of the early stages, and so too Satay Chicken. Sunset Soiree, I Am the Empire, Contreras all keeping handy early as they sort themselves out. Whistle Off settling midfield. Tenzing straight away into midfield, one off the rail. A few lengths away furthering, then Morris's Me Dad and I Prefer Middies as last of all. Heading down the back straight now towards the 1,400 metres, and Satay Chicken made light work of the wide gate, so too for that matter did Andalus. It goes to sit outside of Satay Chicken. I Am the Empire drops into third, one off the rail, and Sunset Soiree fourth the fence. The handiest it's been for some time. Then Contreras outside of Whistle Off. 2 bolters race together. Tenzing ridden patiently in fourth last position, travelling outside of Furthering. Then Morris's Me Dad and I Prefer Middies whips them in. Off the back to the side now, 1,000 left to run, and Satay Chicken is going to try and lead all of the way at the 1,800 metres. Andalus, however, in close attendance, trailing by length. Sunset Soiree lying in third, and I Am the Empire fourth. No change to the order. Then Contreras outside of Whistlehoff. Tenzing spots him about 6 lengths in the middle par. Furthering on its inside, and still Morris's Me Dad and I Prefer Middies with a tail in pair. Travelling towards the turn, 600 left to Rana. Satay Chicken's had a good run up front, leads Andalus still by that length margin. Sunset Soiree being pushed along in third, trying to navigate a path around the leading pair. I Am the Empire coming up wider. Tenzing now pull to the outside to run on. In the straight, Satay Chicken leads the way. Andalus given full ball by Maloney. Wider with Sunset Soiree joining in generously. I Am the Empire peaking on the run, and Tenzing is still running on. Andalus the leader. Sunset Soiree a strong challenger. Tenzing will have the last shot if good enough. Andalus the inside. Sunset Soiree the outside. Then Tenzing. Good finish coming up as they reach the line. Orfano here. Andalus or Sunset Soiree. Sunset Soiree or Andalus. Tenzing had its chance, couldn't get them. Then came I Am the Empire furthering. Morris's Me Dad, I Prefer Middies. Contreras. Satay Chicken didn't run the distance, ran second last. Whistle Off last over the line, and Sunset Soiree will get it.
Yeah, Sunset Soiree by a head on Andalus. Tenzing back in third, and then a gap away to I Am the Empire in fourth. Well, different story with Sunset Soiree today. She won here, and everything that could go wrong went wrong at her last 2 starts. She was sort of hampered in the home straight last start. Horse on her outside kept her in there, but today barrier draws simply win races, and she was put into the race early with those winkers on, and she's been able to outgun the heavily backed Andalus, who didn't lie down, but she sort of sat on him and has been able to beat him by about a head on the line. Tenzing waited a little bit longer today before coming to the outside. Again, he's cruised up to them. Maybe the 1800 could possibly be a little bit of a stretch for him, but not so his stablemates, Sunset Soiree. Bernie?
Yeah, wonderful effort, Maxie. She's not very big, and the horse she was fighting off brought the Sydney form, as they say, Tone. What happened?
Yeah, the SF just didn't quite conjure up today here, back in lowly class 3 grade as well, but she was really good. I might have been a bit of a slow learner with her. I've finally tinkered with a bit of headgear with her, put a set of winkers on her, and I played around with blinkers a little while back in track work, and she was awfully just too aggressive. But with the winkers, she's been great, and we tried them race day today, and she was able to travel much closer. I think David Fowler picked that out in the run, and she travelled a bunch closer, and she travelled sweetly the whole way. And I was a touch worried that the Sydney horse was going to kick back and roll a bit. She was really good through the line, like she has been the last 2, but without being in contention. So she's raced well today, and it's really good to get a win for this crew. You get these big syndicates at the races here, and they're having a great time.
They're going to have a party tonight, Tone, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Why not?
You mentioned that she fought back to beat the Sydney horse, and it really did look like he was going to worry her out of it. So I think the best thing to take out of this today is her real desire to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I never, when we bought her as a yearling, I never thought I'd be here in an 1800. You know, she's a Lonham mare by deep field. So you'd imagine she'd be an awful lot sharper, but she's done a great job. You see this breed do things like this over in Hong Kong. So she likes a good ground. She likes Eagle Farm, and with a bit of tinkering with headgear and probably out to the right distance, she got the job done.
Good on you, Tone.
Thanks, Ben.
There he is, winning trainer Tony Gollan. He does it again with Sunset Soiree this time. Beats the Sydney sider, Andalus. A game effort, but he gets beat here today. 6 Tenzing, Tony's other horse, runs 3rd, and then we had I Am the Empire, who just peaked on his run inside the furlong. 8, 10, 6 and 2. Let's head to Kembla.
Come on, let's go, baby. I've been wondering what you gonna do. Who gonna give your love to? And hope I'll make you mine. That don't got on time.
Ryan Maloney.
Good solid winner last time out over the slightly shorter 1500, and has drawn a little bit awkwardly today. Had gate 1 last time. This time drawn awkwardly, but drops a couple of kilos. He's in good form up here.
Can Chatty Lady run a mile, Maxie? Mark Curry, Jim Orman.
Big question. You know what? I want to wait and see.
Okay.
Yeah, but she usually gets back and conserves some energy, so she'll get a chance.
Mob Busters of 5, Gary Dowerty and Jay Guthman Chester.
Yeah, he's been going okay. I think more a place chance, though.
Chase My Crown is from the Wayne Wilkes stable, Jake Bayliss.
Comes out of highway racing in Sydney on a Saturday, where he's been very, very competitive, and I think he's got a chance here.
Here's your favourite, Cottee, Mark Curry and Angela Jones.
She's just so versatile. Did a little bit of work to get outside the leader and score last start. And prior to that, she sits back and runs on. I think she might let a couple of speedsters go here and camp on their hammer. Can win again.
Kipling's Journey looks like our leader, Peter Will Holbert, Taylor Marshall.
Yeah, he's only got 53.5,
yeah.
So if he controls from the front, I think he'll give a good kick.
Contributes a last start winner, Stewie and Taylor McKinnon.
Over the 1800s, slightly back in trip, but she did produce a powerful finish when beating Satay Chicken. This is a bit harder, though.
And a big chance drops to 52 with Robbie Dolan for Jan Aikenham.
Yeah, seems to go okay here at Eagle Farm. A Maddie to maybe snatch 4th or 5th.
Yeah, money for the favourite, Maxie, $3.20 into $3. Cottee, also her stablemate, $5.50 into 5, and back to $5.50. Regal Pom, he's pretty solid there as well. A splash for Chase My Crown and Contribute.
Well, I'm with the favourite here, Cottee. She does go up in grade. She won that Class 3 here. last start, and she jumps to class 6, but drops 3 kilos. She's only got 54 on her back. Lightly raced, 9 starts, 4 wins. So, who knows? She might continue to jump these hurdles. She's handling her racing really well. I think she can win again. The map looks beautiful, I think. I think she'll probably sit right behind Kipling's Journey and Regal Palm. Regal Palm is in the mix. The alley, he's got to overcome, but got the right jockey there in Maloney to do that. Chase My Crown coming out of the highways in Sydney. I liked his determination. Once he got clear at Rose Hill, he really sprinted quickly. And Bullfinch, you can't leave him out of the top 4. Class 6 company. He's more than capable of winning this, and he likes it here at Eagle Farm, Bullfinch.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Chatty Lady. Obviously, the question is, can she run a mile? So physically, she looks like she should be able to, but we won't know until she does it. But I loved her run last start. It was a leader-dominated race behind Preach, who had no weight, and I thought she presented and finished off well. So you can see good improvement. She's only had a couple of runs, or perhaps 3. Today might be 4th run back from the spell. Okay, let's get to Tim Ryan for Market Update. She looks like a bit more of a short course mare than Mother.
His races will be the last one to move in. Of course, Peter and Will Hulbert have Hale Manhattan racing later in the Big Dance wildcard race at Royal Randwick. We wish them well there. Kipling's Journey, their rep here. And now they're all in. Ready for action, racing. They came out at 6s and 7s, and Bullfinch, I noticed, was slow out of the gates, and so too was Cottee for that matter. I think she was about second last away. Kipling's Journey and Regal Palmer's expected roll forward with Mobbuster third. Chase My Crown in 4th position, a couple of lengths away, a big chance. Outside of Bullfinch trying to recover after the slow start. Cottee's in a nasty spot now, led the other day, 3rd last today, outside of Contribute, and Chatty Lady is last of all. That start seemed to happen very swiftly. Along the back straight, 1,100 metres left to go. Kipling's Journey, bowled out in front, leads Regal Palm by 3/4 of a length. The jock trying to conserve energy and sit quietly outside of the leader. Mobbuster gets a good trail in 3rd, and Chase My Crown, the Sydney visitor, in 4th. They're up by about 3 to the next pair. A big chance outside of Bullfinch, 2.5 to Cottee. On the outside of Contribute and 2 to Chatty Lady. She's at the tail end, 9 off the lead. Midway down the side now, 700 left to Rana. Kipling's Journey, trying to do it all of the way. Making every post a winning post. Regal Palm sits in 2nd. Mobbuster 3rd. Chase My Crown in 4th as they approach the home turn. Bullfinch hunting along the rail. Then a big chance. Pull to the outside. Cottee with work to do. Contribute 6 to the rails. Try to pinch inside runs. And Chatty Lady will have to come from last. In the straight, 300 left to run. Kipling's Journey under siege from Regal Palm, who looks to be going better. Mobbuster near the rail. Cottee joining in. And Chase My Crown is trying to force a run. And it closed. Cottee on the outside. Jones went for home on the favourite Cottee. And she dashed away. She's pretty good, Cottee. Another win today. After a bad start, beats Kipling's Journey. Bullfinch 3rd. 4th, either Chase My Crown or Regal Palm, wider Chatty Lady. Then Mobbuster Contribute and a big chance last over the line. That's a bit of a win. That's a bit of a win. Didn't begin well, and it was not a great map for
side. Something might have happened at the start. That was a funny old start. And I sort of mapped her 3rd, stalking the leaders, and all of a sudden she's back 3rd last. Kipling's Journey had got to the lead there, steadied the tempo. I noticed Chatty Lady back last was really over racing, but the right result. Things went wrong for her, yet she was able to overcome that and score. So we might have an opportunity to have a look at the head-on vision out of the gates. She came out of barrier number 4, Cottee, and you can see she returns without the cheek piece there, the winkers. So keep an eye on those colours there, the yellow sleeves, the red cap of Ange Jones, and just see if we can see what happened or where she lost that winker in a few moments' time, once we're able to establish the pictures head-on out of the starting gates, Bernie. So just leave it with me for a moment before we come to you. And, yeah, I couldn't quite see from that angle. She's still got the winker on there, but this is where it starts to come loose. And she loses it shortly after. But at this point, the speed map, they were still going to settle 1-2, Bernie, weren't they, with Kipling's Journey from Regal Palm? But I thought she'd be a lot closer. She's a mare going places in a hurry.
She is, Maxie. She's just going so well. And what's her biggest asset is her versatility. So we're going to have a chat with winning trainer Mark Curry. Mark, we're watching this head on now, the start. We know that she did start with 2 winkers. She's lost it somewhere along the way.
Yeah, no, she's lost it at about the 800, I think. I'm not sure, but it didn't seem to phase her too much.
It didn't phase her at all, although she did try to duck in.
She does that sometimes. She does. She likes to really I can't really say chase. Because the other day she sat outside the leader in one, so she's pretty versatile. She's a tough little thing, and probably 1,800, 2,000, she might go better.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her out to that kind of trip. I mean, it looked a bit of a messy start. Were you expecting her to be closer in the run?
I thought we were going to ride her probably about 1 or 2 pairs back, but it didn't turn out that way, and well, it was a good win. What can I say?
It's a great ride, wasn't it, by young Ange Jones? What do we make of Chatty Lady?
Chatty probably didn't sprint as good. Today she might be looking for a little bit softer track, I think.
Probably right. Well done on the win.
Thanks, Fat.
There is Mark Curry. All right. Favourite home, finally. Cottee beats 9-1 and 6. 34-16, a total of 137.07. And we are off to Kembla. Thank you. Ange is coming now, guys. So that, again, the niggle is, can he produce that kind of a run second up? But the biggest advantage is a much smaller field. So I expect him to be coming down the outside, and we'll see if he can get over the top of the rest of them. Great house for me. As we come to you, Tim. Hey?
I thought they might have gone to the
Yeah.
Favourite and second favourite when betting commenced today, and that's the way it will end, but both shorter than their prices this morning. Currently on tab, Shibli $2.50, Quality Time $3, both prepared by Wallop. Now we're just about set for a start. In fact, we are set for a start. The red light is blinking. Started with the button. Racing in the St. Rita's Cup. Tumbler Ridge anticipated the start well, jumped out first. Showing early speed gave us up and Quality Time third away. Stuttering began reasonably well. He's fourth on, settling down but a bit deep. Ormond's got Shibli fifth on the rail on the first call. Magic Charlie ridden off the speed today somewhat surprisingly. Great House second last and No in a Deal. She settles down in last position. They've gone through the first 400 metres and Gave Us Up takes the lead roller. Tumbling happy to take a sit and Stuttering. He's still 3 wide, so he'll push on and soon be outside of the leader. Then came the big guns in the market. Shibli inside of Quality Time. Shibli's about a length in front of Quality Time. Then Great House, Magic Charlie and No in a Deal. Last of the 8-7 off the lead. On the side of the track, approaching the halfway mark with just over 800 metres left to run and Gave Us Up travelling smoothly in the lead role. Stuttering's moved to second, one off the rail, trailing by a length. Then on the inside, Shibli getting that good run. Tumbler Edge in 4. A couple away Quality Time. I just lost a length or so there and being ridden a little bit by Duplessis. Great House goes up at his inside and coming around the outside of that pair were Magic Charlie and No One a Deal putting in runs. The field becomes compact on straightening, 400 left to run, and Gave Us Up was headed off by Stuttering. Shibli drives along the rail. Magic Charlie putting on a good claim out wide. Tumbler Ridge, Great House behind them. Quality Time needs to get a move on, and No One a Deal was the widest runner. Shibli on the inside and Stuttering currently in a duel. Great House getting the clear, running on strongly. Shibli in front, 50 to go. Great House is charging, but it's Shibli for the hat trick. Beat Great House, Stuttering, and Quality Time. Then came No One a Deal, Tumbler Ridge, Gave Us Up, and Magic Charlie last home.
Well, he's done it again. He just keeps on turning up here in Brisbane, 1,600 metres, Doomben Eagle Farm, doesn't matter. Settled a lot closer today. Nice ride by Jimmy Orman. He just smoked the rails there, and he had a bit of a battle on his hands. He looked to be travelling strongly coming towards the bend. I thought he might have put a bit of a margin on them, but he's got up by half a length. Great House, good quality stayer, as we know. Has returned to some really good form. He hasn't won for a couple of years, Great House, but he's on the verge of picking up another victory. But it's all about this fellow, Shibli. 25 starts, that's his 8th victory. Ridden by Jimmy Orman, trained by Chris Waller. Waller with the Quinetta with Great House, and Stuttering was up there nice and handy. He's held down that 3rd spot. Tumbler Ridge, Quality Time seemed to drop the bit at about the 600, but gets going late. No One a Deal loomed on the outside and then went one pace to the line. But Bernie, Shibli wins again.
Yeah, he's great, Maxie, isn't he? He's just ever the professional. He only does really what he's got to do. We're going to have a chat with Brett Killian now on behalf of Chris Waller, and a nice quinella there for the team. Both horses were super.
Yeah, Shibli's in a real purple patch. And it was really great to see the second horse. It's probably a bit unlucky, just held up with top weight. Just great to see him back in form.
So where do we see Shibli next?
Look, Miles seems to be his go. I don't see really a need to try and stretch him out. He seems to really enjoy that. He'll keep poke along in these open qualities, and no, he's just in a rich vein of form at the moment.
I don't think we'll see Great House on the drift next start.
No, I think just the other two are so heavily backed. But no, he's put in 2 really solid runs now, so yeah, he's ready to win.
Will he stay here?
I hope so.
Yes, so do I. Good on you, Brett.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, there is Brett Killian. And Shibli's home. Great House was super. And Stuttering feels 3rd spot, down to Quality Time for 4. 4, 1, 5 and 6, 135.77, home in 35.04 as we head to Kembla.